Welcome to the Logan County Athletics Show, your all-access pass to everything happening in Logan County athletics. Hosted by Coach Adler and Coach Frick, we're bringing you weekly rundowns, game updates, scores, and exclusive interviews with the players and coaches that make it all happen. From the field to the court and everything in between. If it's Logan County athletics, we've got it covered. Don't miss the action. Let's get to it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Logan County Athletics Podcast. I'm Coach Todd Adler alongside my co-host, Coach Josh Frick. Coach Frick, what's going on today?
A little bit of everything, actually. But I'm so thankful that it's raining today and that it didn't rain yesterday when we were hosting cross country. So I woke up this morning and was like, oh, my gosh, I'm so thankful that it didn't rain yesterday. So, just trying to rest up a little bit. We've had a lot of things going on.
We're halfway point of our two really busy weeks here. We finished up last week yesterday, as you just talked about, cross country, and we'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. But I made my way last night to Barron County to watch our middle school football team compete in the conference championship. Our seventh grade team fell short here on Tuesday night against Christian County in the division championship, but our eighth grade was able to win over Hopkinsville on Tuesday night. And then they went and played Glasgow last night at Barron County and fell short. I believe that score was 22-6 at the end. Had a couple injuries, a couple plays didn't fall our way, but guys had a great season. Now middle school football is now over, but both teams had, continued to improve and got better. So both of those teams did a good job, and looking forward to getting to coach them in the future and kind of seeing how they continue to grow. So a lot of those guys, Coach, I know are moving to basketball, middle school basketball. So you'll kind of get to see them and know them a little bit better too. But Coach, we talked about, you just mentioned cross country, and I'm gonna jump ahead into it. Me and you had no idea what we were getting into when we was hosting a cross country meet. We hosted one here a couple weeks ago. We thought it was cool, it was fun. Went really well, but you throw that region on top of it and all the fine red tape and different things that we had to do or thought we had to do. But I thought it was a really smooth day yesterday. It was good to see a lot of people out and about. It was a beautiful day. Like you said, it didn't rain. It was kind of cloudy in the morning, sun popping up by the time we got out of here. But campus was slam packed. A lot of people here watching, and we've seen a lot of great performances from other schools, and even our own kids competed very well. So Coach Head and his dad have done a tremendous job on the course. A lot of parent support on getting things ready, and we got a lot of compliments on our campus and how things were set up yesterday. So, Coach, dive in. I think you got the results. We did qualify for state. Our boys did qualify for state. And I think we had one, Jack Blanton, he placed in the top 8 in his class. So, Coach, tell us a little bit more about the results.
Yeah, so in 8th place, like you said, Jack Blanton had a time of 17:51, and he would have qualified for state as an individual, but since we did qualify as a team, the whole team gets to go. But, yeah, Jack had a great day and got a medal yesterday. In 12th place was Wyatt Lawson, and he ran an 18:31. Cole Christmas finished right behind in 14th place with an 18:33. Kind of had some guys kind of jump, packed together there, 2, 3, and 4, as Casey Slaughter came in 19th at 19:01. And then Garrett Lawson was our 5th place runner, and he finished 39th with a time of 20 minutes and 22 seconds. S.J. Hughes and Gabe Masterman also ran, as we can run 7, but only our top 5 runners scored points. So the way cross country works is the lowest points wins. So, your first place finisher gets 1 point, and it goes on and so forth. Second place gets 2 points, third place gets 3 points. So when you look at the team scores, the lowest points win. So Union County was actually our 2A state champion, or regional champion, with 47 points. And then it was very unique because we tied with Paducah Tillman for second. We both had 92 points. And the tiebreaker is where your 6th place finisher or 6th place runner finishes. And we lost the tiebreaker. Tillman's sixth runner finished higher than our sixth place runner. So
I think
we ended up finishing the third. By what?
5 spots.
I think it was. It was very close.
5 spots.
And I know our guys were upset from, they just missed the podium, getting that runner-up trophy by just, 4 or 5 places. And that's tough. And they were upset. And they were, watching them afterwards, they were, what if I'd done this better? What if I'd done that better? But the bottom line is, man, they've come such a long way this season. Last year, to compare, we didn't even have enough runners to field a team in the region. So to be able to have 7 guys be able to run, us get the host, and them perform well, and to qualify for state, I think it's been a very long time since we've had a team qualify to go to state. So they get to do that on Saturday and up in Lexington at the horse park, and I know they're excited about that opportunity. And we've been talking with Coach Head, trying to get the logistics laid out. But overall, just a really good day, and I'm very excited for our guys to experience a state track meet or cross country meet.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see how they do and see that Coach Head is really excited about his youth in the program, and got his numbers back up. So I think it's something that he's going to continue to build on and go forth with going forward. Even and probably our best 2-time runners are sophomores in Cole Christmas and Jack Blanton. So he's got some future to build on, and good luck to you guys as you go to state this Saturday, and we'll be rooting for you, Coach.
When you think about it, before dead period, we didn't even have a cross country course, I believe. Is that
That's right? That's right. Yeah.
Here you go, just a few months later, and we're hosting a regional meet. That's something. That's very impressive. So shout out to Ed and his dad for all the work that they put in.
Yeah, and for those of you who hadn't seen it yet, or like to run or walk or whatever, man, it's a really cool course. You're welcome to come out here and view it and get on it, and hopefully I can make Coach Frick run it here in a few weeks after we get this pick-em segment over. But Coach, talk to us a little bit about the volleyball. You was at Volleyball District on Tuesday. Talk to us a little bit about that.
You talk about an exciting match. Went over to Todd County for the district championship, and Todd County's much improved. I think they are 16-11 on the season. Our girls are 22-11. So, it was one of those things where as soon as I walked in right as they were getting ready for the first serve of the match, and you could already tell the atmosphere was different. And Todd County had a lot of people there. They had a really big student section, and they just got off to a fast start, and it seemed like for 2 sets they could do no wrong. And Todd County actually won the first 2 sets, 25-18 and 26-24. And so we fell behind really quick, down 2 sets. And our guys battled back, and I'm interested because I know we're going to talk to them here in a little bit, some of our volleyball players, just kind of about the mindset after falling down, 2-0. But our girls kept battling. I felt like everything was a struggle most of the night, but we finally had some things go our way and won the 3rd set 25-18, won the 4th set 25-20. So they went to that all-important 5th set, and in the 5th set, they played up to 15. And Todd County was actually up 14-13 and serving for the match. And somehow, some way, our girls hung tough and won 3 straight points and won the 5th set 16-14 to win their 23rd straight district championship. So congratulations to our ladies. As that was, like I said, it was exciting. There was a lot of nerves in that place. The atmosphere was certainly different that night. But now we move on to region, and we get to host the regional tournament here at Logan County this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And our girls drew Allen County Scottsville first round. Yeah. And they will play on Monday night at 7 o'clock. So as we show the bracket here in the first game, tomorrow night, you've got Monroe County, who won the 16th district. They'll take on Greenwood at 5:30. And then Logan County and Allen County will play at 7 o'clock. And that's tomorrow night. Admission is GoFan. And if you have not been to a volleyball match this season, we enter through the new Performing Arts Center. And you can enter through those doors. You can pay there. And then you can make your way over to the auction. We have concessions. There's T-shirts for sale. It's going to be a big week for us on campus. And hopefully our girls perform well and kind of make a run at this thing. But first of all, they got to beat Allen County on Monday night.
Yep, for sure. And I think the last big event we had here last week, Coach, was football Friday night, senior night, for 24 of our seniors that participated in fall sports. We did the 10 football. We had 9 players and 1 manager, and then we had our 9 cheerleaders, and then we also recognized our 5 golfers who were seniors that don't really get that chance to have a senior day or senior night on the course. So we wanted to allow those guys to kind of get their recognition on senior night for the football game. Greg Howard came to town. It was a fun one for me. That was a little different than I had ever experienced as far as just going against a guy that ultimately was here for 27 years and hired me and hired you and just different things. It was different, but our boys played well enough to get a win. They secured a 2 seed and district runner up in our district, and we're able to host a home playoff game now. We had some really big performances. Christian Haley had another big night. Luke Rogers had another big night. Our receivers, they shared the wealth. We had I think another 7 guys catch a pass. 4 different guys caught a touchdown. Defense gave up two big plays for scores, but overall they were pretty lights out. Take away those 2 big plays. Big news, we was able to stay healthy. That was the biggest. We secured the win, got the 2 seed, and we're able to stay healthy. This week we're on a short week, and we travel to South Warren on Thursday night. That will wrap up our regular season. And this game ultimately means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It could help our RPI a little bit, but win, lose, or draw, my main focus and main idea here is, hey, let's compete, let's get a little bit better, but hopefully we can stay healthy and try to make this push for the playoff run. So Thursday night we'll be at South Warren. Kickoff is at 7:00. We moved this game up to Thursday just because Halloween is on Friday. So Thursday night we're on the road, and we are hosting regional volleyball championship here. It didn't happen like that on purpose, but we do got 2 big events going on Thursday night. So, Coach, anything else we need to recap from last week before we take a break and dive into the volleyball program?
I think that about covers it. Once again, it was a lot of things going on, very exciting. It's awesome to see our teams competing and winning championships. Volleyball team winning a championship, cross country qualifying for state. You guys earned that 2 seed, district runner up in the regular season, and we kind of know what's going to go on with the playoffs, and we can talk about that here in a little bit. And you guys have moved all the way up to 5th, 6th in RPI.
Yeah, I think we're 6 right now.
RPI and state, and the RPI is a big deal, especially if you can win those first 2 playoff games, because the 3rd round is seeded based on your RPI. So RPI is very important. So you guys keep moving up the leaderboard, and if you can get a win over South Warren, who knows what your RPI looks like after that game. So we're excited to see what happens there.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll dive into that a little bit more. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
From the field to the finish line. From the dugout to the court, we've got it all. This is the Logan County Athletics Podcast, your weekly pass to everything Logan County sports. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you stream. New episodes every week. Logan County Athletics. If you're not listening, you're missing the action.
All right, welcome back. We got 3 of our volleyball team members here. Pre-game, before we went live, we had a dog that was in there as well. So if he kind of shows up mid-podcast, don't nobody be alarmed. But ladies, welcome to the show. I hated that I didn't get to see the intense district matchup championship game the other night. We were having practice here, of course, and we also had our middle school division championships here. So I know Coach Frick made it up there, and he just kind of talked about that game a little bit. But talk to us about that. I know it's 23 in a row. Caroline and Bella, you've done this for 4 years in a row, maybe even 5 if you come up as middle school. But talk to us about that. It kind of had some tension built up because Todd County's hosting district. Coach Line coached there last year, and you guys are probably the biggest two district rivals inside of our district. So talk to us a little bit about that and kind of the atmosphere and the feeling of what you guys went through on Tuesday night.
I think there was a lot of emotions that we all had because we came out, we knew we should win that game, but then we saw a whole new Todd County team that we hadn't seen all season long. And so it was, oh, they actually are competing with us. And then so we went down the first set and we were like, we have to change something. And then we got a little bit more momentum, but after we lost the first two sets, our mindset had to change from, oh, there's no more messing around. Like, we have to actually lock in because we can't lose this consecutive district wins that we have.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like after losing those first two sets, there was no other option but to win the next three. I mean, we were like, it's the 23rd title for us. So, I mean, it was obviously a big deal and there was a lot on the line, but I think ultimately just us staying calm and the atmosphere, like you said, it was a big, like, Todd County student section and them hosting district. I mean, honestly, just us staying calm, I think, allowed us to pursue the win.
So the streak, is that something that plays with your minds a little bit? I know we talk about it a lot, and obviously that's a big deal. But at the same time, do you feel pressure with that? Did panic set in when you went down 2-0? Kind of talk about your mindset a little bit and what that streak and kind of what that does to your mind.
I think, like, at first we kind of did go into a little bit of panic because nobody wants to be the team that loses the 23-year streak or whatever it is. But we just really had to remind each other to stay calm and just, like, keep pushing and, like, we could beat them, we have beat them, and that just encourage ourselves and tell ourselves that we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, that always plays into it, and I always hear a lot of our athletes talk about how we don't want to be that team that, we had that team last year in football. I think we had like 7 straight years of a winning season in football, and that doesn't sound too crazy, but where we came from 15 years ago, that's a big deal. We were the worst team in the state of Kentucky there for a long time. So nobody wanted to be that team that ultimately lost the losing streak or the winning streak. So we went through that last year, and I heard a lot of our guys talk about that. But and I hope it's not you guys. Obviously, it's not going to be 2 of you because you're going to be getting out of here. But for you, McIntosh, like, it's gonna happen someday, And hey, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. So I can only imagine that pressure that was built up for you guys, and being at their place. Coach Line having that little animosity there, them kind of probably hating him, and there was that was a perfect build up for a big letdown. But I'm glad you guys found a way, and kind of ultimately, probably everybody got their money's worth if they paid for admission to get in that game.
Yeah.
So let's talk about region real quick. You guys drew Allen County. I think you guys played Allen County maybe in a tournament or something, maybe at their place a little earlier in the year. You guys were able to beat them in that game. So what's the mindset for you three and the team? Hey, yeah, we beat Todd County twice in the regular season too. So what's the mindset and the focus coming into the region? And hey, now we have home court advantage.
I think that we need to come in with this is some of our last games, and we have to stay focused for every point. So we're either pushing for every ball or covering our hitters or really staying focused on the small things, even though we have beat them, to not look over that and be like, oh, well, we're just walking in to beat them again. Like, we have to stay focused on the small things first.
I agree. I mean, we definitely don't want what happened at Todd County to come in and play at Allen County. But hopefully we have the home court advantage that Todd County had, so hopefully that'll play in our advantage. But I agree, just focusing on the small things because it could be some of our last times ever playing volleyball. So honestly, I think that'll fuel us a lot in the game.
I also agree with what they said. I think Todd County really was like an eye-opener to us. Like, we can't let teams like that sneak up on us just because we beat them once or twice. They can always come back. We always have to, like, stay in the game, keep competing, just try to play our best we can.
So, Caroline, what has practice been like since Tuesday night? Has there been a shift in the mindset, maybe urgency in practice? Has that changed a little bit as you head into regionals?
I mean, yeah, I think like it's been postseason for a couple weeks, but now it's like serious because I mean, starting Monday, like this could be some of our last times ever touching a volleyball. Like it's just I think practice we really just have to go in like what you said again, focusing on the small things and honestly just having a complete shift what we did at Todd County and just making sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. And the thing I love about, and this is any sport, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, the tournament time, everybody's records go out the window. Doesn't matter who beat who. It kind of shows your true competitors, so to say. And like I said, Todd County would probably I would say they come into that championship thinking, oh yeah, we're fixing to go beat Logan County. Both of our records are 1-1. So that the tournament reset and clean slate for everybody. And I'm hoping that our home court advantage does play a part in you guys. And I'm hoping our student section and fan base it comes out and supports you guys. We've maneuvered some things tomorrow night with our JV and freshman football games we're going to play one, but we're going to be done hopefully before you guys start. So hopefully our football guys and everybody can kind of come watch and, hopefully you can win a match or two and get yourself in the championship, and who knows what's going to happen. I would think everybody thinks that Bowling Green's probably the heavy favorite, but who knows? They're probably feeling a lot of pressure right now too. So, don't want to be that team that ultimately loses to so-and-so because we've swept them 3-0 all year long. So I'm looking forward to it. This is Coach Lyon's done this a lot since I've seen him been coaching. You guys, I think, are competitors. I think you guys will be ready to go, and just know that we're going to be here cheering for you and go get the job done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Caroline and Bella, I got a question. Did you guys come up as 8th graders?
I came up as a 7th grader.
I was an
7th grader. So we've never hosted a region here before while you've been on the team.
No, I think the last time was 10 years ago, and we won it actually. So
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
This is a deep question.
Oh.
Okay, if this is your last week playing high school volleyball, what do you two want to be remembered for?
That's a tough one.
You're welcome.
I think that I want to be remembered for like the legacy that I left for the team. So like how my energy portrayed in practice and in games, and how I was a motivator for the team if we were down, and that not necessarily how I play volleyball, but what I brought outside the court.
I agree. Like, I personally don't really it's cool to be the person that got the game-winning kill, but honestly, like, I would rather be the teammate that lifted someone up when they were down or something like that. I would much rather be remembered for, like, my energy and my presence on the court than, like, my skill aspect.
Gotcha. McIntosh, now you get to answer. How do you feel about will they be remembered that way? You're on the spot.
I definitely think they will be remembered like that already. But, like, after it ends, too, I think that this week they will both, like, have the opportunity to be able to be remembered like that.
Yeah. And there's 5 of you guys, right? 5 seniors? Yeah. So, well, you guys go out, like I said, Monday night, 7 o'clock, Allen County. We'll be there cheering for you. Me and Coach Frick and our athletic team is looking forward to hosting a great event throughout the week. It's going to be raining, I think, most of the time, so everybody's going to be coming indoors. I mean, that may bring a little bit more people out. So, but it should be an exciting time here for all the fans. Like, come on in you'll come through the Performing Arts Center, and we'll have games going every night this week, Monday through Thursday. So come support these girls tomorrow and their teammates. And girls, go get the job done. Last time we hosted it, we won, so no pressure. Go get it done.
Not at all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
From the field to the finish line. From the dugout to the court, we've got it all. This is the Logan County Athletics Podcast, your weekly pass to everything Logan County sports. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you stream. New episodes every week. Logan County Athletics. If you're not listening, you're missing the action.
All right, Coach. Going to be a busy week here at campus, but I'm excited about it. I had a podcast last week in Bowling Green, and they asked, like, man, how do you do it? And I told them, I got you and Crawford, and some great game administrators that help us do what we do. And I hope it's a high level. I feel like we do it at a high level, but we take a lot of pride in what we do. But I told them, and you may agree or disagree with me, I don't know, but hey, we'd be bored if we wasn't this busy. I think we've learned to adapt this way. So I enjoy it, although that, hey, I am looking forward to a couple slow days where, maybe playoff football is the only thing that we're really having to worry about. But as postseason kicks up for all sports, that's my favorite time of year in season sports. Basketball, same way, postseason play, and basketball or baseball, softball, hey, it's postseason play. Let's see who can upset somebody or make a push. So I'm looking forward to the volleyball tournament. Hopefully our girls can play well and can compete, and we'll see where it takes us. But cross country did their thing, and good luck to them at state, and we'll see where that goes. And in football's kind of, we still got a couple weeks to go before we see what happens there.
We probably need to get a picture of us in August and see how much more gray we've gotten in the last 4 months.
Yeah, there's probably one of me in July now. It's probably pretty crazy. But
here's the deal, though, too, with that. And I told somebody this at cross country, when we host big events like this, we want it to be special for everybody. This is a special time. When you talk about a regional tournament, it's just like with basketball. When we go to Diddle, that's special. If you're able to make a state tournament at Rupp, that's special. So when we host a regional tournament here, we want to be special for the kids, for the coaches, for the fans, and more importantly, our name's attached to it. And we want to represent Logan County really well. We want to represent ourselves well and put on these first-class events. So we may go above and beyond to make sure that happens, but that's kind of our mindset when we host these events. So it does. It takes a lot of people to be able to do that, and we certainly have a great team here.
Yep, for sure. And again, I think every one of them takes a lot of pride in to make sure it is a special event, not just for our Logan County folks, but I mean, hey, for our Fulton City and Fulton County folks that drove down Saturday, and we got a lot of compliments from a lot of those different schools because they've never been here. And really, there's probably no reason for them to ever come here, as far of a drive that is. But
well, I lived in Mayfield for how many years of my entire life, and I had no clue where Logan County was till I interviewed here.
Right.
So we never came through Logan County to go anywhere.
That's right. So when people come here, we do want to take a lot of pride in that, and our team does a good job. So, Coach, we got region volleyball this week. We've already talked about that. Football's at South Warren on Thursday. What about you dove into some RPI talk a little bit earlier about football, and in this game for Thursday night, ultimately that's all it will affect will be our RPI. And, South Warren is in 6A, so we're a 4A school, so we play up. We actually get a little boost in RPI for playing them if we were to win. So it's a multiplier of maybe 1.5, maybe. I can't remember exactly what the number is. It's all crazy math. But as good as they are and as great of a season as they had, I don't think it's going to kill us if we lose. But ultimately, it would be a huge help if we win. But in the grand scheme of things, kind of what I told some of our boys and our parents, like, hey, RPI, yeah, it's all well and great, but we got to take care of business week by week to get there before it even comes into play anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, looking at the brackets and stuff, I mean, if everything played out the way we think it should, I mean, it could be another road trip to Paducah, it looks like, possibly, RPI. But like you said, if we don't take care of Marion County first, it doesn't matter. So
that's right.
And luckily for us, we get to host that game on November 7th. So that's a 7 o'clock start that first Friday night in November against Marion County. I'm sure, that's a team we don't normally see. I'm sure you and your staff have probably, even though you've got a big game against South, you've probably already kind of dove into Marion County a little bit, trying to learn as much as you can heading into that game.
we've started getting some film on them. Again, we haven't put a lot of focus on them, but we started collecting some film, maybe trying to get some breakdowns and stuff like that. Just because the thing I do enjoy about playing South Warren on Thursday night, that ultimately gives us an extra day, on Friday night when we're not playing. Hey, it's an extra day that we can kind of recharge, or we can dive into some film or do some things that we don't normally get to do until Saturday or Sunday. So it kind of gives us an extra day to kind of build up to that playoff, and that first one's a big one, because if the thing I like about it is 32 teams, and hey, it cuts in half every week. So if you win the first one, hey man, you made the final 16. You win the second one, hey, now you're in the Elite Eight. So it gets crunch time pretty quick. So that first one's always important. We were not able to win that game last year at Bardstown in the first round. In 2023, Bardstown actually bounced us out in the second round. So we got the team. If we can stay healthy, I think, and they keep the right mindset, that we can make a good push for it. But we still got to play our best football, and that's the challenge for me and my staff, and we got to figure that out and try to keep our heads in the right space and make that push.
Well, and South Warren's a good test for you too. Going into the playoffs, that's a great test leading into the playoffs. Kind of gives you an idea about your team. Probably the best team you've played since the Paducah game. Not to slight Franklin or Warren East in any way, but I think South, especially when we talk about RPI, South's number one in the entire state,
right?
In RPI. So very, very good team in 6A, and I'm interested to see how that plays out. I think our guys will compete well.
I think so, and like I said, and that's the whole reason. A lot of people give me a lot of grief, like, why South Warren week 10? They're always good. They're super well coached. They're a 6A school now. But, my philosophy on that is I cannot find a better team that is closer to us, that is going to prepare us for anybody that we see in the playoffs any better than South Warren.
Right.
You could go right across the road to Bowling Green, but those two teams are within 30 miles of us. And you can't play both of them. So we've kind of had that deal with South Warren the past 5 or 6 years, and we're probably going to try to keep that going forward. Coach Smith and his guys do a great job. They've always got a very, very good team that's going to ultimately make us better one way or the other. Win, okay, great. We've seen a lot of good things, but you lose, you learn a lot. Like, okay, they really exploited us in these areas or this area or whatever, so we can kind of focus in on that in the playoffs. And a lot of people don't agree with me putting them there, but hey, it is what it is. I like it. I like the challenge of it, and it's kind of the mindset. Hey, man, if you want to be the best, you got to play the best. You got to beat the best. So,
and when you play a team like that's well coached, they'll be well prepared. They're going to try to exploit your weaknesses, the weaknesses that they see.
Yes, 100%.
That it's an eye opener for a staff that, hey, we got to get these things fixed.
Yep.
Make a run in the playoffs. So I love it, and like you said, hopefully our guys stay healthy and we'll make a big push at this thing.
Yep. Well, Coach, we'll take a short break and we'll come back and we'll do our pick'em segment and kind of wrap it up for this week. We'll be right back.
From the field to the finish line. From the dugout to the court, we've got it all. This is the Logan County Athletics Podcast, your weekly pass to everything Logan County sports. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you stream. New episodes every week. Logan County Athletics. If you're not listening, you're missing the action.
All right, Coach, we got our pick'em segment. Week 6 results. You tied me. You tied me an overall record. I need to get a recap of these picks because I think you're pencil whipping me.
Well, if you'll recall, when we recorded last week, the Mariners were up 3-2 on the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays came back and won Game 6 and Game 7. So that gave me a win.
Yeah.
And then I picked the Chargers to win on Thursday night over the Vikings, and you picked the Vikings. We both picked Indiana, who's up to number 2 in the country now, believe it or not. Congratulations, John Creech. We both picked Ole Miss to win, and then, man, a wild game. I actually could have taken the lead this week, but that Western Kentucky Louisiana Tech game, I actually caught the end of that game. Wild, went into overtime, and Western came out with a win, and you picked Western. So I think they won on a 2-point conversion to win that game in overtime. So sounds like something you would have done in overtime.
For sure. Especially on the road, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I made up a game. We're all tied up. Just a few weeks left, and hopefully I can find a way to take the lead this week.
You should hear the records on our Pick'em segment on the radio show.
Right.
There's 4 of us that pick games, and I think I'm winning by, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 games, but I think I'm like 13 games below 500. Like we're awful. Which Chris he puts spreads on the games. So we got to know a little bit about. Speaking of Creech, he hit me up walking down the hallway this week. He was like, "Do you guys not research your picks before you pick them?" And I'm like, "No, I don't even know the matchups before we get on the air." So he's like, "Oh, well, I'd have to research," and I was like, "Dude, we don't have time to research."
Dude, I feel like my wife, when we get to the NCAA tournament and she's filling out her bracket, she goes based on mascots or colors or something.
Yeah,
that's
maybe the best.
Like.
Yeah, maybe the best thing to do.
Maybe. Well, for this week, that Thursday night football game is Ravens and Dolphins. That's my Dolphins, by the way.
Man, that's a game of trash cans right there. Both teams trash. I think the big question is, does Lamar play?
Right.
But the Ravens are too good to be that bad, in my opinion. They got to win sometime. They got too much talent. So I'm going to go Ravens.
Man, this one's tough for me because I'm a Dolphins fan, but they're not playing well. They did get a win today. They beat the Falcons. It is in Miami, which we play a lot better in Miami. I'm going to have to pick the Dolphins and just hope that Tua doesn't die on the field this week.
Threw like 4 touchdowns today.
All right, next game. Man, the Vanderbilt Commodores, they just keep rolling.
Just give me Vandy. I don't care who they're playing. Just give me Vandy.
All right, you're taking
Vandy. I'm riding the wave. I don't even know who they're playing.
They're playing Texas.
Oh, yeah, a Vandy. Let's go Vandy.
Texas is like one of those teams that's just barely hanging on. Somehow they're 20th in the country. They barely beat Kentucky. They got lucky in that game. Who did they play yesterday? It was, who cares? I'm going to pick Vandy too, and that's something, Vanderbilt going into Texas and finding a way to win. That would be something. So I'll pick Vandy in that one also. Here's one I'm sure neither one of us know a thing about: Cincinnati and Utah.
Dude, yeah, I don't. I don't. I'm gonna go Utah.
Okay.
And I don't know either. I don't know anything about them really.
Man, yeah, my boy. So I had a kid that played for me at Graves. He went on and played at Cincinnati. I'm going to take Cincinnati for that reason. The game's all the way in Utah. I think it's maybe even a Thursday. I can't remember when that game is. I'll take Cincinnati. Go Bearcats. I actually have a quarter zip, and if they win, I'll wear it next week. The Cincinnati
on the podcast. Okay,
I'll wear it on the podcast if Cincinnati wins. All right, Oklahoma, Tennessee. A little Rocky Top action.
Man, I'm going to go Tennessee. The way their offense is playing right now, I know Oklahoma's got a good defense, but I'm going to go Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm going to too. They are. They're putting up a lot of points right now. The game's in Knoxville. I feel like Tennessee is going to kind of roll maybe pretty easily in that one. But Oklahoma's got a good team as well. Last one. This one's for Kelby Epley. Louisville, Virginia Tech.
Oh, jeez. This is just straight up.
Hold on, you're on the computer. Are you trying to research right now?
I'm not. I was trying to see how good Utah was, but I can't find it.
Yeah, I don't even see their records when I pick these.
Yes, I mean, if you're not putting a spread on, I got to take Louisville, but I hate taking Louisville. You hear that, Kelby Epley? I hate taking Louisville in anything.
Me too. I mean, if they went down and beat Miami at Miami, They've got a good football team. It kills me to say. I'm going to take Louisville too. Man, now back in the 90s and early 2000s, I definitely would have taken Virginia Tech.
Oh yeah,
but not now.
Frank Beamer, back in the day.
No Beamer ball anymore.
Yeah,
at Virginia Tech. So I'm going to take Louisville also. So big games for us this week: the Dolphins-Ravens game and the Utah-Cincinnati game. That's the two differences. No Bearcats and Dolphins.
Well, guys, make sure that tomorrow night come out and support the Lady Cougars as they host the first round of the regional tournament here in the Ox Gym. Thursday night, the football team will be in action at South Warren. Hopefully, if our Lady Cougars advance Monday night, they will play Wednesday night here on campus. And I believe Coach, Brackett here, they would have the first game on Wednesday night if they were to advance. So, come out and support those ladies tomorrow night. Maybe they can get to Wednesday and kind of see what happens when they get to the Final Four there in the region. But other than that, Coach, anything that we missed?
Nothing, man. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great week. We're excited to host the regional tournament. Excited for you guys to wrap up your regular season, stay healthy, cross country. Big day coming up on Saturday. So lots of things. Come out and support our Cougars and Lady Cougars.
Yep, no doubt about it.
We did forget something.
Okay, what we got?
Basketball starts this week.
Oh, yeah, forgot. Yeah, that's right. Girls are playing at Adairsville tomorrow and at Chandler's on Tuesday.
That's right.
I think it's 6th and 7th grade tomorrow night at Adairsville against St. Joseph's. And then Tuesday night is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade against Butler County. So, middle school basketball is cranking up. So that is
always play in a tournament at Allen County on Saturday.
That's correct. Yep. Well, other than that, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Until next time, keep pushing. If you got anything that you'd like to hear as we get in this kind of a slow time of year between football and fall sports and winter sports, let us know. We'd love to, chat about it and kind of get some feedback, or if you got some special guests or want to even request to be a special guest, let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and we're here to bring you any kind of content that you need. Till next time, guys. Thank you.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Logan County Athletics Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe.